What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Captain Skrill. In today's video, we're going to talk about patch 11.0.5 and the marksman changes and the hunter changes. And we're going to talk about the best PvP build for marksmanship hunter in this new patch. So enough of that, let's get right into it. Alrighty, let's talk about the hunter changes real quickly. So the new talent, Deathblow, kill command and aim shot has a 10% chance to grant Deathblow. Deathblow, the cooldown of kill shot is reset. Your next kill shot will be used on any target regardless of their current health pool. What the developers have to say about this talent change in the hunter spec. Each hunter specialization has a way to generate deathblow, but only marksmanship refer to it as deathblow. These changes are meant to unify the deathblow design while still allowing each specialization to interface with it in a unique way. Another change for all hunter specs, steady shot now generates 10 focus baseline for all specs. That is really nice. I've been wanting them to give 10 focus baseline for steady shot. This is really good. I love that. Trank shots empowered by Code of Tranquilizer will prioritize players now. So you used to hit pets, I believe. So it's really good that that has been changed and fixed. Updated animations for volley and rapid fire. Love that. We love updated animations, and the ones that were for Dark Ranger are pretty solid. Amazing, actually. An improved kill shot has been removed, which is being changed with the Deathblow talent in the hunter tree. So let's quickly go over the marksman changes. New talent, pin cushion. Casting steady shot reduces the cooldown of aim shot by 2 seconds. Choice node with improved steady shot. Improved steady shot also gives you 20 focus now, or an additional 10 to the baseline of 10 from steady shot. So I think this talent isn't going to be that good. I'll talk more about it when I go over the marksmanship talents for this new build. But I think this is not worth running. I'm going to be completely honest. It doesn't sound too appealing to me. I think the 10 focus on steady shot and the change to the talent that gives you haste from using steady shot, only having to cast it once now, I think that's more beneficial than running pin cushion. So new talent, improved deathblow. This is in the marksmanship. Aim shot now has a 15% chance, and rapid fire now has a 25% chance to grant deathblow. Kill shot's critical strike damage is increased by 25%. So they took that from the hunter tree and just threw it all into the marksman tree and just added the crit strike damage from the hunter tree. So they added it all kind of into one talent. So improved steady shot, that's what I was just talking about. Make steady shot grant an additional 10 focus. I think the 10 focus from baseline steady shot is enough. I don't think you need to grab this. Precise shots, renamed Precise Shot, has been updated. Now empowers your next cast of arcane shots. So your one shot, Chimera shot or multi-shot to deal up to 100% increased damage was to cast at 70%. So I think this might make running set bonus for set good. I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll talk about set bonus later in the video. But that is a very nice change to Precise Shot. Makes pressing Arcane Shot after you use Aim Shot worth it, I believe. Steady Focus has been updated. Casting Steady Shot increases your haste by 8% for 15 seconds. Was casting Steady Shot twice in a row. This talent has got a lot of hate, but since they just changed it to casting it once, and you also get 10 focus baseline from using Steady Shot, I think this is a talent that's going to be worth picking up. Okay, steady focus no longer plays its visual effects when it's refreshed. Okay, true shot now reduces the focus cost of aim shot baseline. Nice, very nice. We like that because it used to reduce the focus cost from Eagle Talon's focus, which we'll talk about later because they removed. Rapid fire barrage, rapid fire effectiveness increased to 40%, was 30%. You won't run that in PvP. Razor fragments is now a rolling periodic. Master marksman now benefits from unnatural causes, which is your ability from the hunter tree. I guess it wasn't benefiting from that, so they finally fixed that. Very nice. Wailing Arrow now no longer consumes trick shots. Very cool. We like that because usually you want, Wailing Arrow can't really bounce off people, so that makes sense. Okay. Fix an issue that prevented Wailing Arrow from benefiting from Hydra's Bite. So when you would cast aim shot, it also shot a serpent sting, so now it's going to benefit from that. The 4-set bonus, consume prize shots, increase damage of your next aim shot by 20% was 10%. So the 4-set no longer stacks up twice, it's just one. So this is also why I think you'll be want to run it, but we'll talk about that again later. 4-set bonus will no longer be inconsistently consumed by trick shots, empowered by aim shot. Very nice. That's a nice little quality of life change. 4-set bonus will consistently benefit all damage instances of trick shots, empowered aim shot. Very nice. 4-set bonus will now behave properly with spell queued arcane shots. The position of unerring vision and calling the shots has been swapped. Calling the shots is now at the bottom So if you want to grab it, you have to grab Unerring Vision. And then, like I said, Eagle Talon's True Focus has been removed. So those are the changes for the Hunter and Marksmanship tree. We will talk about them a little more when I go over the talents in this new build, but let's move on to the Hunter talents for this new PvP build. Alrighty, we're not going to go over every single talent. Like I just don't like to do that in my videos. I feel like you guys don't like that either. But here's that change, the Death Blow. So this used to be the increased kill shot crit strike damage. So aim shot has a 15% chance to grant Death Blow. And you guys know what Death Blow is. It's kill shot is reset, and your next kill shot can be used on the target regardless of their health. This is going to work really well with the new Dark Ranger changes, okay? So then we're going to come over here, and we're going to grab Tar-Coated Binding. Binding shot stun duration is increased by 1 second. We want this. And then we want improved traps. So we get 5 seconds off our traps. We can take a point out of improved traps if we're going to run emergency salve. You want to, this is a niche talent, but you can run it a lot of the times. You want to run it against Shadow Priests, DKs, Rogues, and Feral Druids. I would say if you don't have any of those classes in your game, you could refrain from running this and just run improved traps. But if you tend to run this more often, and you're not going to lose too much value out of not running improved traps, you could also take a talent out of Tar-Coated Binding if you'd like, okay? But this is going to be the build. You're going to have Binding Shot, Intimidation, and Scatter Shot for the CC and that Disruption. You want Trigger Finger for that increased pet. You and your pet have increased attack speed up to 5%. You want Roar of Sack, obviously, so you can sack yourself, your teammate, whoever you need to sack to reduce being crit for 12 seconds. But remember to kill your pets, because your pet can die through this if they're being bursted. The target whoever has sack on is being bursted, so make sure you are killing your pet and keeping your pet alive. It's a lot easier to res your pet nowadays, but you still can be knocked and stunned, so you can't res it, and it's pretty annoying if someone's not going to let you res your pet, right? Keen Eyesight, crit strike chance increased by 4%. You want this, obviously. And that's going to do it for the Marksman tree. We're not going to be running explosive shots in anything but Battleground Blitz, in my opinion. You can also not run in Battleground Blitz for this PvP build. But this PvP build is more centered towards solo shove and 3s and 2s, but it can be run in Battleground Blitz, and you will find a lot of success with it, okay? Let's move on to the Marksman tree. All right, we're going to talk about the changes that we kind of just went over. Precise Shots is now Precise Shot. So you do 1 arcane shot after you use an aim shot for 100% more damage and cost 50% less focus. And like I said, I don't think running improved steady shot or pincushion is really worth it. I think crack shot is still more valuable, because once you get this precise shot, you have 10 focus for that arcane shot instead of 20 if you're not running crack shot, because it takes 50%. And normally arcane shot without crack shot is 40 focus. So it'd be 20 instead of 10. And I don't think pincushion is that valuable. I feel like you only want to press steady shot to get steady focus. With casting steady shot increases your haste by 8% for 15 seconds. Used to be 2 casts, now it's 1. So I believe this talent is worth running now. And you will get 10 focus now from using steady shot baseline for all hunter specs. So that is a major W. So the talent change over here, improved death blow. So aim shot has a 15% chance, and rapid fire now has a 25% chance to grant death blow. This is very nice. It's going to work really well with Dark Ranger changes, okay? The cooldown of kill shot is reset, and you can use it regardless of their health pool. Okay, you also want Razor Fragments. So when trick shot effect fades or consumed, or you're gaining death blow, your next kill shot will deal 75% increased damage, and you shred up to 5 targets near your kill shot. Target for 25% of damage dealt over 6 seconds. That's going to work well with Unnatural Causes, Master Marksman. Everything is now working how it should and benefiting from Unnatural Cause. So let's talk about the changes down here. So they got rid of Eagle Talon's focus, and they moved calling the shots. It used to be in this position where Unerring Vision is, but I feel like you should grab Unerring Vision for that crit strike chance and crit strike damage. And you want calling the shots for every focus spent to reduce the cooldown of True Shot every 2.5 seconds for every 50 focus spent. So you have a little choice here, okay? I feel like running 2 points into focus aim is better than running 1 point into bullseye, or you can run 1 point into focus aimed and then 1 point into kill zone. It's kind of up to you. I feel like you should run kill zone in some maps in solo shuff and 2s and 3s, where you know and you see in solo shuff that this person is using the pillar a lot and it's hard for you to get uptime on them, and you want them to be the target you're going to eliminate. Then you want to run kill zone. You can take 1 point out of focus aim and throw it into kill zone. So you can switch between those two talents there. I think it's definitely worth running kill zone in certain scenarios and a lot of scenarios. But overall, I think the increased damage into aim shots and rapid fire is very nice. But like I said, run kill zone. Don't disband it all the way. Tactical reload, you can run bullseye instead of tactical reload, but I think the 10% off aim shot cooldown and rapid fire is worth running just to keep that consistent pressure going. So I would definitely keep tactical reload, but you, like I said, if you don't want to run steady focus, you can grab bullseye. Okay, so that's your choices between the changes in the marksmanship tree. I think this build is very solid, and you, like I said, you can rotate between the talents we just talked about. Let's move on to the Dark Ranger. We're just going to go over the choice nodes. We talked about the changes in a previous video. I will have that in a time code up here. It's going to pop up right about now, but let's go over the Dark Ranger. We're going to be taking Shadow Hound, so each time Black Arrow deals damage, you have a small chance to manifest a Dark Hound to charge your target and deal shadow damage for 8 seconds. You want to grab Ebon Bowstring. Casting Black Arrow has a 15% chance to grant death blow, so this is a major W. You have so many things that are going to help you just get death blow, okay, and hit fat Dark Ranger or Black Arrow kill shots, okay? Smoke Screen, you obviously want this. Exhilaration grants you 3 seconds survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest activates exhilaration at 50% effectiveness. Then your last choice node, you have Dark Chains or Shadow Dagger. I think Dark Chains is more beneficial because while in combat, disengage will chain the closest target to your ground, causing them to move 40% slower until they move 8 yards. And if you cast Concussive Shot at them, it's 90% reduction, and they have to move 8 yards just to get 40% of that reduction gone. Okay, I think that's better. Shadow Daggers will hit 3 people if you disengage for 30% for 6 seconds, but I think making that person having to move just to get that debuff off is really, really good. So those are going to be the Dark Ranger changes. I'm going to go quickly over the Sentinel if people want to run Sentinel. So for Sentinel, you want Catch Out. So when a target affected by Sentinel deals damage to you, they are rooted for 3 seconds, can occur every 1 minute. Then you want Eyes Closed for 8 seconds after activating True Shot. All abilities are guaranteed to apply Sentinel. And then lastly, you want Overwatch. All Sentinel debuffs implode when a target affected by more than 3 stacks of your Sentinel falls below 20% health. This effect can only occur every 15 seconds per target. And I'm going to be honest here. I think Dark Ranger changes are nice. It's less, you have 1 less button to press now because Black Arrow becomes Kill Shot, okay? But honestly, I do miss playing the old Dark Ranger because it gave you 50%. It had a chance to refund you an aim shot and it casts 50% faster. And then with Streamline, with that extra 30% after using Rapid Fire, it was 80% faster. So you were almost using insta aim shots. I do miss that because it helped in True Shot and it helped outside of True Shot to get those aim shots out. And getting you 1 aim shot back was very nice. Overall, I think the Dark Ranger changes are very good, but did it help Marksman be much better than it already was? I don't think so. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, but I think Dark Ranger is definitely the better hero talent for just because of Smokescreen. Still defensively, even after the nerfs, Smokescreen is worth running. But like I said, I feel like the Dark Ranger changes do help with button bloat, but I don't feel like it's necessarily that much stronger than it was previously. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. I haven't played with it 100% enough to know if it's stronger than the previous Dark Ranger. So let's go over the PvP talents. So we got Survival Tactics. Obviously, this got nerfed by 1 second. Still 100% worth running. You want True Shot Mastery. Reduces the cooldown of True Shot by 20 seconds, which helps with calling the shots. Then you want Diamond Ice. I feel like as a Marksman Hunter and your teammates, you don't want Trap to be broken. And if you need to peel a DPS, you don't want it to get instantly dispelled. So most of the time you're going to run Diamond Ice. It's kind of a must at this point. Like I said, you can run Chimeral Sting instead of it if you're not running Diamond Ice, but otherwise, I think these three are pretty much mandatory PvP talents, sadly. So that's going to do it for the build. Now let's quickly go over the set bonus and what I think about the set bonus since the changes. All right, we're going to go over the gear and the set bonus. First, we'll talk about the set bonus. So if you just want to run 2-set, you run the head and the shoulders. Those are the best two options just for 2-set. And 2-set increases the damage of your arcane shot by 20%. And it's going to even do more damage with that precise shot change for that one arcane shot after using aim shot, okay? So if you want to run 4-set, go for the hands and the legs with the head and shoulders. You lose a lot of stats with this, but I think if you gem properly, and since the change, it's just after you cast one aim shot and shoot one precise shot, it's 20% on aim shot damage, but you do lose haste verse or verse mastery. So you do lose some stats, and we're going to talk about stats in a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. I'm running 4-set currently. I'm not 100% sure it's worth running still. I'm going to keep running it and see how it feels once I'm fully like stat priority out and I change my boots and my belt and I get everything gemmed and stuff with mastery and versed. Then I can give a 100% great opinion if it's worth running. But I'm not going to say that it's worth running right now because I'm still not 100% sure. But I'm currently running it. And I just gave you which pieces you should run. And yeah, I mean 20% on aim shot for just casting one precise shot now. And since precise shot is better now and does 30% more damage, I feel like it's worth pressing. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about the set bonus. Let's talk about the gear. So for my neck, I have Verse Mastery, which is a crafted neck. For my back, I'm going to be having Verse Mass. I might craft it. I might buy it from the Conquest Winner. For my chest, I have the Conquest Chest, which is Verse Mass. For my wrist, I have Verse Mass from the Conquest Vendor. Then I have Verse Mass for my bow. And then I currently going to change this. This is Bloody Token Gear. It's Haste Verse. I'm probably either going to have it as Conquest Gear or Crafted Gear. It's either going to be Haste Verse or Mass Verse. Whichever I want to increase more. We'll talk about stats next. And then for my boots, it's going to be Verse Mass when I craft them or when I buy them from the Conquest. And then for my ring, I have 2 crafted rings. I have Verse Mass and Haste Verse. And then for your trinket, you want to run the Haste trinket, the proc trinket. And then obviously you want your medallion if you're not a human. Okay, if you're human, you can choose to run the other DPS trinket and have a 3-minute trinket. So that's up to you. So yeah, that's going to do it for the gear and the set bonus. Let's move over to the stat priority for Marksmanship Hunter. Agility is your best stat, okay? It's not how it used to be in like Kata where agility was way more important. It's still your best stat, but every piece of gear you're going to get is going to have agility. Just make sure when you craft something, you put the right stats on it and don't put the wrong stats on it and didn't notice. Then after agility, 20 to 25% verse, I would say is a good window. 20 to 25% verse. You want that increased damage with verse, but you also want to take reduced damage since those defensive hunters are a kill target again, and it feels pretty. We're not insanely squishy, but if you pre-defensive, you should be fine. But we're definitely way squishier than before. We were fucking raid bosses before. After 20 to 25% verse, I'm gonna say mastery is your next best stats, because mastery increases your damage from your abilities and it also increases your range. But you really want it for the damage on your abilities to hit bigger aim shots, bigger Wailing Arrows, bigger Black Arrow kill shots. Then after mastery, you're going to go haste. And then the last thing you want to worry about is crit for Marksmanship Hunter. That's going to do it for stat priority. Just go based on those. If you need to increase haste, increase haste. If you need to increase mastery, increase mastery. But that's the order you want to prioritize your stats in. Now let's go over the enchants for your gear. Scout's March for that increased speed. You want for your braces, you want Chant of Armored Speed for that 1000 speed. For your cloak, you want Chant of Burrowing Rapidity if you want that speed as well. And then for your chest, you can take either Storm Rider's Agility, which increases agility by 520 and speed by 250, or you can take Crystalline Radiance, which increases 745 primary stat, which is agility. I'd probably go with that one. It depends on what you want. I think we might have enough speed with our boots, bracers, and cloaks, so I'd probably go with crystalline radiance. And then for your legs, you want stormbound armor kits, which applies 930 agility, and additionally the item gains 895 stamina. And then for your rings, you can either do radiant haste or cursed mastery, whichever stat you need to increase more is where you can throw these enchants on, but these are the two you want to go between, is radiant haste or cursed mastery. Then for your weapon enchant, you have two choices. You have stonebound artistry, which gives you 3910 mastery for 12 seconds, or you have authority of radiant power, which gives you smites your target with radiant damage and temporarily increases your primary stat, which is agility, by 2230. Now let's go over the gems for Marksmanship Hunter. Haste, you have the versatile emerald, will get you 147 haste and 49 verse, or masterful emerald will give you 147 haste and 49 mastery. For verse, use quick sapphire or masterful sapphire, and for mastery you want to use either quick onyx or versatile onyx. So let's talk about the PvP gem. There you get three choices, and we're only going to talk about the one you're going to run. Enduring Bloodstone, so it gives you 181 primary stat and 5% damage reduction when affected by crowd control. We'll quickly and talk about the two embellishments we're going to run. We are going to be running Elemental Focus, which your damaging spells and abilities have a chance to deal damage to your target. The magic school is based upon your selection of Kalzagar gems, so your mastery and verse gems, your quick onyx, your versatile onyx, those are the gems the elemental focus will get its damage from. Okay, you're going to run that on two pieces of your gear. You can run it on your back, your boots, your jewelry, whatever you want to run it on. Craft gear is always going to be better because you can find and tune the stats a little more than buying conquest gear. Like here on my chest, there's way more verse than mastery. If this was a crafted chest, it would be 1-to-1. It would be the same mastery and same verse, so it'd be less verse and more mastery technically. So it'd be like 800 and 800 or something like that. Enough of that. I will have a link in the description to an older video that's going to take you to me explaining my macros, but I will have my macros in a paste bin in the description like I always do if you want to go and copy and paste them in. I haven't made any new macros really, and I've explained them in a previous video, so I won't go over them again. So keep an eye in the description for that. Now let's go over the basic rotation now for Marksmanship Hunter. It hasn't really changed, except you might be pressing kill shot a little more since Dark Ranger or Black Arrow became kill shot. Alrighty, I'm gonna have an add-on down here that's gonna show you what I'm pressing, and I'm gonna say what I'm pressing. Okay, so we're gonna be in stealth. We're gonna mark our target. We are gonna send our pet on them. We are gonna cast an aim shot into rapid fire. Then we're gonna hit steady shot for that haste, cast out arcane shot for that set bonus. Then we're gonna pop burst, and we're gonna spam aim shot, and then we're gonna use kill shot procs when we get them. There's a kill shot proc right there. Aim shot, rapid fire, into aim shot again, into rapid fire. We got our second charge of Wailing Arrow. We're going to hit that into a precise shot, into a Black Arrow kill shot, into a Black Arrow kill shot again with that reset. And again, it just keeps resetting. So, and then make sure you use your steady shot every 15 seconds to gain focus and gain that 8% haste for 15 seconds. And you do this over and over again. Make sure you're using your CC on the off DPS or the healer. And that's going to be the basic rotation right there. And you just keep doing that over and over again. And each time you spend focus, you will reduce the cost of True Shot. And True Shot gets reduced also by True Shot Mastery by 20 seconds. So if you're constantly casting and using that talent, you'll probably get True Shot around 1 minute and 10 seconds, 1 minute and 20 seconds, depending on how much you are casting. So that's going to be the basic rotation for Marksmanship Hunter. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any question. The best pet, just a quick tangent, the best pet to run pretty much all the time is a raptor. If you're facing a ret, don't use an undead raptor. Make sure you use any other pet like a river beast or a rodent that has a mortal strike, and that's not undead because it will be stunned by Wake of Ashes by ret. Otherwise, I would use the undead raptor for mortal strike, and it can't be polyed. It's just the best pet overall in retail WoW. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, hit the sub button. Please in the comments ask any questions, give me your thoughts on what you think about the set bonus change. I think it might be worth running now since it's just one precise shot that gives you a 20% increased aim shot. So let me know what you guys think about that. And I'm going to have some videos that are going to pop up here. Go check them out. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.